go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Hello, everyone. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? We are going to look at Bravo. We have to look at Bravo because something is not right in the air, right? I'm looking at all the BravoCon videos and I'm noticing a pattern of one-upping. And I'm wondering if Beverly Hills had an effect on BravoCon this year, right? Because everything just seems so horrifically terrible this year, right? And I mean like in BravoCon, I think everything just seemed angry, insulting, mean, you know. And although this might be the first time that they've ever aired BravoCon. Hello, Sandra Joe. This might be the first time they've ever aired BravoCon. I don't remember looking at past videos of it. Bravo is really smart. They don't let Watch What Happens Live repeat on YouTube. I have to say that's really smart because then a particular video can't be seen over and over because they posted it on YouTube. So if Andy or any of the guests makes mistakes, then it's like who really was able to catch the footage, right? But if you have it on YouTube, then it's always there and always on somebody else's site, right? But this time around, again, I don't remember the past couple of years. I don't know if this is the second year for BravoCon or is this the third year? But I don't remember seeing so much footage on BravoCon. And what I'm watching on BravoCon is one-upping, a lot of one-upping, a lot of bitch calling, right? I think Garcelle was the classiest because they mentioned something about Diana, and Garcelle was like, I don't even mention her name. Like, done is done, right? And so I'm not sure if these people, these women, Joe Gorga, girl, I don't know if they're looking at Beverly Hills and deciding that their shows need to up the ante, which I think is what's really happening. The only problem with upping the ante is that it's real to some of them. It's not about TV. It's about getting up in your face. And I'm kind of wondering, is Bravo setting themselves up? Right? You know, I remember one of my aunties wouldn't stop her children from fighting, right? Until eventually it got out of hand in their adult life. And my mom wouldn't let us fight. Polar opposites. Neither one was good because it's unhealthy not to fight with your siblings, right? And where you learn to fight is while you're under mommy's roof, right? Because then they could referee, right? I never fought with my sister. I think I don't think I've ever fought with her. I think, you know, something happened and I had to, you know, really ream her. But I never had an argument with her, right? That's not okay. because as sisters, we didn't do right by each other. So we just kind of kept pushing things under the rug until we didn't like each other. I say that to say because Peacock is the parent. Thank you, sweetie. I say that to say because Peacock is the parent. Clearly, Bravo is the runaway child, right? And Bravo's the runaway child that's making a lot of money, right? But it's starting to get to the point where that runaway child that looked problematic is still problematic, just richer, right? And you know that there are families out there where a kid will hurt an animal and then presumably grow up to be decent and then find out that they were the ones that did the Ponzi schemes, right? Um, so I'm going to look at Peacock, the parents, and I'm going to see how long they're going to let Bravo just run around acting wild. Because you know, the first thing they're going to do is fire Andy. That's the first thing they're going to do, right? And then they'll make some stupid big announcement about all the shows moving over to Peacock, which is something that they want to do anyway, but they haven't grasped the opportunity to make that happen. So let me tell you how Peacock, you're going to get us all over to you, right? Instead of the episodes, and by the way, I pay for Peacock, don't I? Don't you pay for Peacock? Is it free? All right. Instead of the Real Housewives shows appearing after its air, which makes Bravo look like the parent, air the shows a day early. Now we'll be on Peacock watching it because it comes on a day early. Test it out with one of the franchise and see how well it does. And if it does well, you could begin to weed out Bravo, the channel Bravo. Just helping you out. You know, sometimes you all need help, and I'm here to help. So, psychically speaking, if you want us to really go over Peacock, not as a place to go to rewatch episodes, I love that. But if you want us to go to you first, and if there's a paid subscription, which I'm not really sure if it's paid or not, but if it is, then take care of us because we pay for you, right? And give us the episodes a day early. That way, all the bloggers will get the stories first, and your the day early episodes will be all the rage. It's all anybody will ever talk about. A day early. But for right now, I want to see how they can possibly keep this going. I think BravoCon was not there, but I think BravoCon is where a whole bunch of mean girls showed up to fight. And I'm sorry, eventually I see something going down. I don't know in which house. I'm not even going to explain which house, which house, but I think they all want to outdo one another, and I find that unsafe. I mean, look at Shah's of Sunset, right? He wound up with a criminal record because he destroyed. I forget his name. Um, what's his name? Faree's house. I forget his name now. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Bravo. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Bravo's your child. Bravo's your love. Bravo's your beloved. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 So I do feel like Bravo is going to let this continuously unwind. I think Bravo will continue to let it escalate by instigating. Reza, no, it was Tommy and Reza. When Tommy went over Reza's house and gave him some property damage, and he wound up with a law case. Not too long ago, it was Portia in Kenya, right? I just think it's getting out of hand. Like, it was getting out of hand, then it got soothed out, and now it's getting out of hand again. But I think because of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, everyone's going to try and up the ante. And I think that's what some people did at BravoCon. A loving thought, serendipity. I do believe Bravo, the channel, kind of needs to go away. And everyone should just switch over to Peacock. But for right now, Bravo's going to act like they're not doing anything wrong. They're not going to speak up necessarily. You won't see them speak up. If they speak up, they'll do it privately. You won't see them speak up. And they're just hoping that everyone can maintain a mental health, right? Because nobody wants to say anything. Again, I think they like what's happening. All right? Thank you, Dion. The way they used to be on firm foundations, they're no longer on firm foundations, and the cards go like this, right? So this is like, Bravo's like the parent that you go to when you're like, my sister is doing things to me, and she's mean, and you're like spilling everything to your parent. And then the parent goes to the sister and says to the sister, well, this is what she said about you. She don't like you. And it's like, you're the parent. Don't do that. That's this. And so what used to be firm foundations is no longer firm foundations, child. All right? Because of such deceit that's going on in the Bravo universe. All right? Memories of love. Bravo, you're going to have to go. Funny thing is, it's the second card up. So thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity, you know, you were good while you were good, you were good while you lasted. Very similar energy to memories of love. And memories of love, this is actually a magic trick that people like to do at a lake or a pond and get some votives. And you say goodbye to someone. It could be someone that's passed over. It could be a past love that you're trying to get over, and it's a way to sit there in peace with nature and say goodbye. It's a magic event that we perform all the time. In this case, a loving thought, serendipity, memories of love. Bravo can't stay. Hi, Rebecca. Bravo can't stay. All right? And as much as they're trying not to react and act like they don't see anything and try not to say anything, trust and believe they are saying something, but you don't get to see what it is that they're saying. So it looks like Bravo's not saying what they need to say, right? They're trying to seem perfectly balanced and just act like they don't see anything. They don't see the fighting. Because for right now, it does bring in the proper amount of ratings. And then conflict and defeat, which is underneath yin yang, which means if they don't respond in a way that makes sense for the public to hear you all, Bravo, then things just get worse. It just keeps getting worse. All right? So the first card up is the Five of Swords, and this is Bravo sabotaging themselves, not taking care of the ladies the way they're supposed to, not disciplining them. I think HR needs to get involved half the times. There's just so much going on here that they're not doing enough of. There's a man here in the middle of this self sabotage, right? So it could come down to something like Joe Gorga hitting a woman or something, or some man doing something to another man. And you guys don't remember, it was off camera and they had not been filming, but Candy Burris' first fiance was killed in a bar fight. He got hit, um, hit his head on the concrete, and didn't survive it. So I feel like there's a guy here, I don't know who. I really feel like it could be Gorga. It could be Jennifer's husband. Like, Jennifer's husband is real quiet, right? But it's getting out of control for his wife. I just think that something is eventually going to happen. All right. Um, I get the Nine of Cups. You know, they feel so solid right now, so solid that they don't want to touch it. There's a woman here that is going to be involved with the man here. There's a woman here that's going to be involved with the man here. The woman may have to exit left permanently. Yeah. I get another man here. So it's definitely a male cat fight that's going to happen. And then I get the regrets, right? A lot of regret. You know, I think everyone's forgetting what's happening is a lifelong legacy for their children and their grandchildren. And I don't know about you, but if I saw some footage of my mama arguing and throwing down, I don't know if I would be that proud of her. I'd be like, what are you doing? What was that? Right? I don't know if I would want me and my cousins rooting for their mama and my mama. It's not going to happen right now. So I think we're going to get through the year 2022. 2022. 2, 4, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it'll be in one of the ones for 2023. But I keep getting it may not be on camera necessarily. I feel like they'll be filming but not airing. So it's going to happen during filming. One of the episodes they happen during filming. Okay. There is a young person rising up in this whole group, so somebody's child will make a defined statement in a drama that's about to be unveiled. I get the Seven of Pentacles, and I do feel like Bravo is going to have to begin to rethink, like, what they're valuing, right? So I don't know why I get all filming may stop for a minute. No filming for a while. All right. I don't know if it's going to be like for months. I think it's going to be long enough to really rethink what Bravo is doing. That's when I think it's going to be a defined merger between Bravo and Peacock. But more public, where it's like Peacock is under Bravo, but Bravo does seem to act like it's its own entity. And I feel like there's going to be a need for an announcement to get everyone to understand that Bravo is under Peacock and they will take control, but it's not going to happen until after something happens, like a big fight happens. And I think it could affect three of the franchises, three of them are going to get affected. So it'll be like three are filming and all three has to stop filming for a while. There's definitely a franchise that may have to not come back. There's I don't know where this at point, fighting or right now, but there's a franchise that isn't making a cut anymore. I don't know if it's Salt Lake City or what. I heard they were bringing Dallas back. The reboot for New York City, they've got that cast and they're going to start filming. But it just feels like there's another um, exit door for one of the franchises. It could be Marlo. Yeah, it's just going to be one of those things where it's no longer about, it becomes more about themselves. And so I think they're all at the point where they don't care if they look bad, they care that you made them look bad. And I think that's what's happening. And so I feel like there's some heightened emotions, and the heightened emotions becomes more real than not. Like totally forgetting that they're on camera. So it very well could be Marlo, because Marlo cannot be trusted. Whatever this is, I feel like one of the franchises has to go away. Now, what does that look like? I don't know, because New York City had to go away, but then the reboot of brand new people are coming on. They're filming soon. And then the Legacy, apparently they'll be back. I don't know. I do believe Ramona has been fired, so I don't think she can come back on the Legacy. All right. No. Ramona is somebody's mother's Karen, right? And she just doesn't stop. She doesn't get it inside her head that she's the problem. And that's the only reason why. Peacock, you gotta take care of Ramona, but I don't believe she can come back. I think she's put on ice right now. And it's gonna be one of the shows that makes them money. One of the shows that makes them money is the one that, and I mean real money, is the one that might have to get put on ice. Now that could be Beverly Hills. Um, might be Beverly Hills. A fire sign woman is involved. I do think, maybe some sharp objects might appear in an argument. Oh, remember Potomac had that problem too, the hair pulling. Lord have mercy. And what was her name? Oh, Monique the Liar. Monique, that made up a storyline to outdo the opening season of Real Housewives of Potomac. The Liar, Monique. I'm gonna sue people. I'm good. I'm gonna sue people. And then the husband was like, 12 years I've been with this woman, and she has been my everything. And then Monique says, 12 years a slave. I'm convinced his wife fed him something and he does not know how dope-de-dope he looks. I'm convinced of that. He has no clue how bad he looks. She fed him some mindfuck juice and it worked. Y'all gotta ask Monique what she fed her husband, because that shit worked. Just saying. I heard she was homeless and living out of a car. That's what I heard. She went to some voodoo priestess and fed that boy something, some spaghetti or something. You know what I'm talking about. And it worked for her. It worked because he is a dope, big old doofus, dope-de-dope. Just biting everything that she puts down. Look at this. Look at what people set up. Look at how we're gonna sue people. I want you to sue people. Please, Monique, you and your dumpy husband, please sue people. I get a pleasure to watch this pan out. And I want you to win. Funny thing is, I want you to win. Oh, she was his assistant. Well, you know how that worked out. That's that sexy office sex then. You know what I mean? I heard she was living outside of her car. Assistant or no assistant. Um so eventually Bravo is going to be walking around with their tail between their legs. And there will be some major changes, but I think three of Bravo shows is going to be problematic in 2023. Three of Bravo shows are going to be very, very problematic. So I also get Bravo that here's what I get. I don't think BravoCon was as busy as they led us to believe. I think that there was a lot more room available for purchasing tickets. Now, I know the Watch What Happened Live episode, um, Andy said there were 1,800 people in the studio audience. But I don't know, guys. I was looking at the background when they were out, like in the mall part of it. It didn't look that packed at all. So I don't think Bravo is as loved as they want you all to believe, which is why I think they put all of BravoCon on YouTube. Be careful, Bravo, because I really feel like by this time next year, 2023, this is where you're going to be making some huge statements. And I think Peacock is going to be the one to have to make the statements. I think that the girls are out of control. I think Tamara's out of control. I think that the women from Dubai, like, good for Phaedra for telling her off about her quinceañera dress. Like, girls, if you don't know who Phaedra is, you gotta know the people. Like, the shade is real with Phaedra, right? So I definitely think that there's way too much drama, and the drama was set up. I think that Erica saying the next person she believes that could be divorced is PK and Dorit. Now, was that cute? Was it funny? Was it her joking? But you put my name on blast, bitch. You put my name on blast. You could have picked anybody. You could have picked Carolyn Mauricio. Why'd you pick me? And I proved to you during the whole episode I had your back. I lost my friendship with Kyle because I had your back. Just some weird shit I see going on. All right. I'm starting to walk every day, guys. I'm starting to, like, recognize I need to do a little thing around the block here. I need to do a little get my butt out there. So, any questions, anyone? I think that ultimately the question is, I don't know what the question was, but the question is, What's the question? Doesn't matter. Let me see what the question is. Why are Bravo shows so dark? They're dark because they're now competing against Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Peacock needs to make some changes now. Peacock will, but only after something happens, guys. Sorry. So you think I predicted Marlo doing something crazy? Did it happen already? Did I predict it and it already came through? By the way, guys, if there are predictions that you never saw me post, please let me know. Please say, Tracy, you predicted this, so I can start posting them for your benefit, so that we could always be on the same page on the predictions, right? Please. So anytime there's something out there and I predicted it, just go, Tracy, you predicted this, you just don't remember. All right, I'm going to pick this card. It's just sticking out. Any last minute questions, guys, before I get the final outcome? I'll just give you all a few minutes while I pick up these cards. Oops. I'm sitting on top of the air conditioner from a different angle, so it's like directly on me, so I feel the air directly on me. It actually is making me sweat less. And with this amazing fan that adds to the energy, whew, I really don't sweat. So I'm so happy to have that fan now. All right, final outcome. Drum roll, please. Upside down warrior. Upside down. Oh, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. Indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. How does this never lie? How does this never lie? That's what the women of Bravo are doing. They're showing no ethical behavior. They want to win at all costs, and they don't care who they hurt. None of them. Not even the new people from Dubai. So, Warrior, I don't see an upside down. Let's see if it's on another page. Oh, it's on another page. Okay. Shadow Warrior distorts or abandons ethical principles in the name of victory at any cost. Look for a lifetime commitment of doing this. Well, if that didn't wrap it up perfectly. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I really wanted to see if Bravo or Peacock, the parent company, would do better. It looks like they're not going to do better until something bad happens. All right, Peacock, it's up to you. You could do better right now. Please take my suggestion, by the way, Peacock. And I can't remember if I subscribe to Peacock, but even if I don't, take my suggestion and make it so that the episodes come out a day early. The bloggers will love you for it. And that, at the very least, will get everyone over to Peacock first before Bravo, so that maybe you can shut Bravo down. All right, guys. Thanks for putting up with me. Keep me posted. If you would like to speak with me, please text me 213-458-7408. I'm here for you, or at least Spirit is here for you. All readings are done FaceTime or Zoom. And you don't have to be on Zoom. I will be on Zoom. Your camera is optional. But I do love reading on FaceTime and Zoom. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live.